Okay, today I thought I would do a follow-up to this particular firearm that I got, that I won in a contest. I brought it up once before, kind of showed you that this is something that I won, and I've had it now for, a couple years now, at least. I've shot it several times, maybe not nearly as much as I would like to. But I'm going to share with you a few things that I did not like about this firearm since I've had it. First thing was the grip. So I quickly put on the Talon grip, and that really changed how my hand felt in the gun. And my greatest complaint with it is the fact that, as you can see here, there's a groove cut in both sides, and that groove became an absolute irritation to me. As you can see, it just doesn't feel comfortable in the hand. I feel like there's a big giant void on the back side, and so that's one thing I didn't like about it. I would prefer it to have a little more rounded shape, as when your hand closes, it's more rounded. So the grip did help, the Talon grip, so I did like that feature. The other feature that I have not liked about this firearm is the fact that you have to have some sort of punch or something to take it apart for cleaning. I think I've demonstrated this once before. It's not the simplest thing. Actually, excuse me, let me rephrase it. It's actually fairly simple. It's just inconvenient because you got to have a punch or something that can push out the pin, and then it just slides apart real easily. I have used it a bit and have cleaned it several times, but like I said, it's not as easy as like my FN57 for cleaning, or even taking down a Glock for cleaning, just simply because you have to remove a pin and you need to have a separate punch, whereas with my FN57 or my Glock 27, I don't have to have that pin. Putting it back in is pretty simple. And there it goes. And then slide that little door up. So this is my impression. It is a 7-shot. I've been carrying hollow points with it when I carry it. I do have the 9-round magazine, which I don't have out here at the moment. Just so you can all see, it is definitely clear and empty, so I'm not talking with a loaded gun. So overall, do I like the gun? Yeah. Is it functional? Sure. I can hit what I'm shooting at. I haven't done any distance shooting, so I can't say that much for it. But one of my second complaints are these sights. Boy, I was out in some bright sun the other day with them, pair of sunglasses on, and I just did not like those little tiny small dots, trying to line those up. It wasn't something that I was able to quickly get on target because of those sights. So it's definitely, the sights are definitely going to be something that I'm going to be looking at replacing here, just for that alone. I just do not like the sights. As far as the trigger goes, I've gotten used to it with the travel. It's a pretty decent trigger, I suppose. It's not the best, but it does do its job. Anyway, those are some impressions with it. I don't mind the trigger. I've gotten used to it. If you're used to something with low recoil like a 22, this has definitely more snap to it, but not nearly as much snap as the Glock 27. This one definitely is a lot snappier. So in that case, this one has less snap, and that much I do like about it, is the fact that the snap is reduced. I have been curious and have been looking at either replacing this with the newer Glock 43X or the SIG P365, but in all honesty, the problems the P365 has kind of kept me from that purchase this year when I was planning on it. I have, now that the P365 XL's out, I am definitely considering the 365 XL. So here's all I'm gonna follow up with in closing. It's a decent gun. Its accuracy is let's just say I'm more accurate with my Glock 27, or I should say my wife's Glock 27, than I am with the Ruger LC9s. With that, it does do its job. It is functional, and for the price, around $300, versus something like close to $5, I think is what we paid for the 27. I do prefer this gun over the Glock 27. I do like the ergonomics a little bit better, other than the grip, like I was pointing out. But all in all, it does its job. I do carry it with me quite regularly, and I don't have a problem with it on me. I've gotten used to carrying it, so going bigger, I might have a little bit of an issue with, like the 27 is bigger, and that is why I don't carry this one much, if at all. But this one I do carry quite often, just because of its size, and that's what attracts me to the P365, and the fact that it holds more rounds than the LC9s. But if you're on a budget under $300 or around $300, shoot, I've seen some of these going for $299 on sale. Yeah, it's worth that much. So there you have it. There's my follow-up video review, so to speak, of the Ruger LC9s, and overall I would say I'm satisfied with it, and for free, I definitely have nothing to complain about. So there you have it.